Hello, my name is Ashwin. Uh, you can also call me Achu, as mentioned in the channel below, which is my pet name. I wanted to start my first video on YouTube by basically introducing myself and also you people to getting to know me better while making sure I go through excruciating pain. So in this video I have decided to ask myself few Q&A questions that I picked out from ChatGPT, which Krishna will be asking me. Yeah, so the noodles I've chosen is this Bulda. I wanted to go with a spicier variant, however I couldn't. Yeah, start.
First question. What's a hobby you have always wanted to try but never did?
So let me take the first bit. No spicy. Okay, I wanted to do archaeology stuff, animal bones or like weird creature bones and keep it as a collection. Although it would sound weird for few people.
If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
At the current moment, I would want to go to Himachal or like in a hilly spot area because I always had an interest to go to some place like that. But deep down, I'll be very honest, I would be wanting to go back to my own hometown because I really miss the food and I'm a big foodie, as you can see.
What's a song you can never stop listening to no matter how many times it plays?
It would be Nothing by Bruno Majors.
Dumb conversation.
Because it has a specific memory edge to it.
Have I told you
I
lately?
keep on playing it
I'm
oftentimes
grateful for mine.
and do have a
We'll watch the Notebook
vivid
for the
memory of
17th time.
why I play that music.
I'll say it's too.
What's your most embarrassing moment from your teenage years?
From my teenage. So there was this one time, I think it was, no, I wouldn't say teenage years, I would say third grade. I was in the school toilet because I really wanted to take a poop. But the problem was, after I was done, it turns out the lock was jammed. So I had to jump through there was this area of gap that could like, this was back in one of the old buildings in the campus. I climbed up the toilet, climbed on top of the door and just jumped immediately. The sole almost came apart, so it was very flappy. So I had to drag my feet all the way back home, like drag my feet instead of like walking like a regular human.
If you had to pick one superpower, what would it be and why?
If I had to pick one superpower, I would say it would probably I had to go with that. Be like to restore or heal back an object or a human to the best condition. So seeing something being brought back to life or like having it being brought to its best physical condition and given care and love would be my ideal superpower.
What's one thing you're really passionate about outside of work or school?
I think it's not actually. I would say passionate outside would definitely be creating random objects, filming, filming. Would be doing extracurricular activities like doing a filmography documentary which hasn't seen a light of day and making a YouTube video channel. There was a comic page back when I was in school to like keep the school kids like interested in the drama that happened in school.
If you could instantly learn any skill or language, what would it be?
Skill wise, I would really wish to hardware stuff work in the sense like how do motors work, how do each in a car engine, the exhaust. Not much of a huge car bike person, although they are fascinating. And languages, right, is definitely Arabic. Since I grew up in Bahrain, it's a small country. for like those who don't know, majority, the major language, national language is Arabic. I've been catching up on Arabic right now through the help of Duolingo. 12-day streak. The second language I would choose is probably Japanese. That way I wouldn't want to watch anime without subtitles.
What's your favorite meme or internet trend right now?
I would go with Malayalam and I would go with English as well. For the English one, it's purely brain rot. It's like alien cat. And second one is this one actor's from Malayalam actor's speech that he keeps on talking, but then his so it's pretty. I started this video with the initial idea of not having water until the end. Although I'm regretting this idea right now, I want to continue with it till the end.
What's something you would do that always cheers you up no matter what?
Calling my parents first off. No matter what. I remember the first time when a jury went terrible, I called my parents. If I'm bored, end of the call, I'm always like happy talking with them to get the feeling that I'm never away from them. I do the same thing with my friends and make sure that I always do call them. I at least attempt to try calling them. That way I do not get that feeling that they have never left me. They're always by a call away, just a call away.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Why do all the advices sound very cheesy and cringy, like something out of Pinterest or Google? I would say the best advice I did get was don't dwell in the past, live in the present. Although yeah, it is very cheesy, I would admit it. Advice I think was given to me by Amma. Live in the best moment you have right now and make the best of it rather than think about what you could have done better in your past, because that's done, it's over. You need to make sure that you don't repeat it, or else people do repeat it. You're human. Well,
If you had to live without social media for a month, what would you miss the most?
I am currently taking a slight of a social media gap with many people. The major and the only one I think I would miss is my friends, because many of the friends I have are well distant right now. They're all spread apart all over the globe. One's in US, one's in UK, Kerala, and other parts of India. I don't know. Having social media, I think, is a boon and a curse at the same time. Boon in the sense that it helps me connect with the people. If I can't through WhatsApp, I don't have their contact, I can connect them through Instagram, Facebook. Do people still use Facebook? I think there's more dead people on Facebook than there's alive. My brain's getting clogged by the spice. Yeah. So, and the curse I would say is doom scroll and brain rot, which I currently have a lot right now, and I'm trying to quit it slow by slow, making sure it doesn't become a habit, which is already one.
What's the most random memory you can think of that makes you laugh?
This was back in school. Me and my friends, we were walking back from classroom to the corridor, like ground floor corridor, and he was having a headache that day. And I do not remember the joke I told. He found it very funny, and the day was pretty funny. So he kept on laughing, and while he was on the staircase, okay, thinking back it still makes me laugh. He laughed so much he fell from the staircase. That's not the funny part. I know that's not supposed to be funny. The funny part was he did not stop laughing. He kept on laughing even after he fell. And watching that made me laugh even worse. So, at the end of the day, what made me happy was him telling me the fact that laughing so much that day made his headache go.
What's the most absurd law you'd create if you were in charge of the world for a day?
Absurd law created it. Hmm. Hmm. And pretty much half the law that's there in India, it's absurd. They need to fix it rather than make absurd laws. I hope this content doesn't get demonetized, restricted, taken down. I love my country, mera desh. The one law I would want to create would probably be wear funky clothes wherever you work. Police officer, doctor, wear clown outfit. Although I am scared of clowns a bit. Have goofy outfit for a day at least in a year. I think that would be my law.
What's one thing you think people should spend more time thinking about?
I think most people, there are some people, or at least most people who are very not selfish, are selfish, I would say, but they don't tend to think about others, tend to think a lot about themselves. While it may not be wrong to a certain extent, do care for others, know what others are going through, what your words or actions are affecting the other person. Likewise, do think for yourself. Do not just say, do not be a people, just do not assume that just because you do everything for them, people will tend to do the same for you. My lips are so pink and orange, it looks like Miranda sings.
What's the funniest thing you believed as a kid that turned out to be completely wrong?
Good question. I think the one thing I believed was police officers could shoot anyone on sight. I don't know why. When I was a kid, I'm pretty sure it's common for like few people or like some people, I assume. Growing up, they were told, oh, if you don't eat, police is going to come arrest you.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
If you don't do behavior, they'll lock you up, they'll arrest you. To a certain age, I did grow up believing that. It freaked me out every time I walked past a police officer when I was a kid. I used to sweat a lot for absolutely no reason. It would be like, oh, did I brush my teeth today? Okay, I did brush my teeth. Do not assume I do not have basic hygiene. Did I do my homework or did I wash my hands? Wait, I swear I do have basic hygiene. Did I wash my hands after playing football or playing cricket?
If you could have a conversation with your future self, what's the first question you'd ask?
What are the mistakes I should not do is one of them. And that way I cannot repeat it or like I do not make it in the future. But does that make it a alternative timeline where that did not take place? I think that's enough for right now because my brain's clogged with spice. I think you got my moral idea on things and my stand on certain things. Bye bye.